Alright folks, let's do a little bit of physical exercise, little bit opening the body, which is very important, especially when working with astral body. Extremely important to get physical exercise and to understand the connection and the effect the astral body has on the physical body. So take a stance where your feet are shoulder width. And then bend your knees and straighten the knees, alternating. Just bend them slightly and straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Keep doing that a little bit. And then let the movement stop so that the knees are slightly bent. You will notice when knees are slightly bent that it gives this kind of elastic form, elastic feel to the whole body. Like if you straighten the knees again, you lock, you become like a stick man. How do you say tikkuk? Stick man. But when you soften the knees, it has a unifying effect of the body. You can close your eyes, relax shoulders, relax chest, so that the breathing moves in the belly, really settles down in the body. Let arms hang, shoulder joints, both of them completely relaxed. Let fingers soften, thumbs soften, let the wrists soften. Let face soften, scalp soften, ears, sides of the head, back of the head. And from the face, head, let that softening descend down into the whole body and sweep through the whole body. Through the chest, through stomach, belly, lower part of the body, hips, through thighs, knees, calves, shin, ankles, feet and toes. At the same time, when there is this wave of softening, at the same time, your whole body, from the soles of the feet, through the ankles, through the shin bones, knees, thigh bones, hip joints, from there through the spine, through the neck vertebrae and to the head, there is this straightening upwards, like a power line or like a structure. So the muscles and soft tissues can hang in a relaxed manner, but at the same time there is this supporting structure from bones and joints. that extends, taking support of the pull of gravity, and then extending upwards through the whole body. So now we have a little, like a tiny bit of structure for our body. Then let's think of the subtle body. Feel the aura around your body in all directions, about 1.5 meters from the skin, above, below, on the left, on the right, behind, and in the front. And then feel into the vertical pillar that extends through some of the aura down, which is about the width of your shoulders. So it extends 5-6 meters below your pelvic floor. Feel into that pillar. Feel into that beam. And then feel into the pillar above, above the body, above the head, extending 5-6 meters above the crown. And obviously our arms are the length they are. Nobody can actually, extend arms and hands all the way to the extreme ends of the vertical pillar, below and above. But what we can do is to, when we next extend downwards and extend upwards, we can extend our attention from our hands both below and above. So look at me do this couple of times before starting it yourself. I start moving my arms, hands, and extend, feel into the upper end of the pillar, and then bring the energy down, kind of paint it with my hands into my body, and then bend from the waist and do the same with the pillar below. Extend with hands and then bring it up to the body, and then starting again. It's good to go quite slowly in the beginning, so that you actually feel the energy, so that you're not just pumping up and down, but actually have the sensation. Okay, please begin. It's kind of like dipping the fingers and hands into a bucket of paint, bucket of bright light, and then painting the body, painting the astral body, and painting the aura with it. So once you have gone up and down a few times and you're feeling the energy, feel free to spread it to the back of the body. Feel free to spread it to the arms. When spreading to the arms, you can use the other hand to spread into the arms and spread it to the whole aura. Paint the whole aura. This beautiful, light, soft energy of God, of the Buddha within, energy of the enlightened being that we essentially are. What is most important is that you feel it, instead of just swinging your arms around and think or are in doubt that the energy is being spread. It's not a thinking process, it's a feeling process. It's a sensation. Continue for another minute.
Sopii niin vähän dokumentoida.
Come up once more and then let arms descend down to the sides of your body. Feel for a moment. Still knees slightly bent. Spine and the whole skeletal structure extending from the pull of gravity towards the sky. Very good. Now let's do 1 or 2 sets of Vajra body. So inhaling, holding, then exhaling, and then flexing all muscles of the body as you hold the breath. 1 or 2 sets. However you want to do. You can do 1 longer set of maybe tops 15 reps, or you can do 2 sets of 2 times 3, 2 times 5, 2 times 7, something like that, according to your own, what you feel like doing. Tässä Jussi se ikkuna. Okay, please go on. Take in between breaths if you feel like it. All muscles, from feet to the top of the head, to hands, face, neck, throat, chest, stomach, upper, mid, lower back, buttocks, thighs, front and back, calves, feet muscles, toe muscles, biceps, triceps, lower arm muscles, hand, fingers, all. Completely aware, based on knowing awareness, without losing the sense of this pure, soft energy, without losing the feel of this pure, soft energy. This is important, very important, essential. One, two more. Okay, relax, breathe. In the beginning, it is not that obvious, but it will become obvious to you when you advance in opening of the bhumis, and when you open the 11th bhumi, the first Mahasiddha bhumi, how this basic awareness, and specifically knowing awareness, can be with you all the time. Even when you very strongly, very dynamically flex the muscles, get a workout for the muscles in this form, or when jogging, when lifting weights, when doing yoga, when doing anything, manual labor, it's the same ground is there. This ground of basic awareness. And again, it is not wishful thinking, it is not hoping that it was there, it is a matter of cultivation and discovery. And the thing is that when it is there, when it is repeatedly discovered again and again, and when it is established, this basic state is established more and more firmly in our subtle bodies, it has a huge impact on the physical body and physical yogas, physical exercise, in whatever shape or form. All right, so we will do like an opening opening of the body sequence, going through the body again bit by bit, doing simple movements. Some of these movements are done in unison with the breath, inhaling, moving, exhaling, moving. And I'll tell you which ones. If I don't mention anything about the breath, inhaling and exhaling, then just breathe naturally. Okay? So let's start with the eyes. Oh, something I have to say about dynamic concentration, about muscle tension. So if you take a look at me, I'm here extending my arm a little bit and doing this simple wrist opening movement, just like this. So usually in yoga styles, when they circulate the head, circulate wrists, circulate ankles, do these simple movements, they are doing it like this. So what I'm doing is that I'm not really doing anything else except just moving my wrist. And you can try this. First do it kind of like a common man does it. It's just a simple movement of the wrist. But see what happens when you add some physical dynamic concentration there, which means that you start flexing the muscles as if you were resisting the movement you're making. So you're circulating the wrist, but at the same time you're flexing the muscles concerned with moving of the wrists, thus resisting it. And see how the effect is different. Okay, and now relax. We will do this whole same thing using our own muscles to resist the movement, and in that way opening the body much more effectively than it would be without the flexing of the muscles. So a little twist of immortality. It is super basic exercises. So first, make wide circles with your eyeballs. First you can get a feel, tracing as large cycle as possible with your eyeballs without the muscle tension. And then after a couple of circles, start tensing those muscles that makes the eyeballs move. Four or five circles to one direction, and then change direction. Resisting that movement. And again 4 or 5 circles, and then relax, then leave the exercise. See how it feels in the eyes. It's like a rush of energy, rush of power, a rush of vitality into the eyes, isn't it? Good. Then circulation of the head, rotation of the head. Do few rounds without tensing again. And then start tensing. 4 or 5 circles with dynamic flex. Then change direction. 4 or 5 circles. And then let movement stop and see how it feels. It completely opens up the tissues, opens up the energy. Very good. And then let's move on to shoulder joints. So take one arm and just with the arm quite straight, circulate from the shoulder joint. 1 or 2 rounds without tensing, and then start tensing. So the idea is that you don't turn your chest too much to the side, but keep the chest almost at place so that you get most movement in the shoulder area. And then with flexing. Four or 5 rounds and then we'll change direction. So it's the muscles in the shoulder, muscle in the chest, muscle in the shoulder blade, a little bit down the arm that gets activated. 4 or 5 circles and then let the arm hang. Now you can compare how it feels in the shoulder you just worked with compared to the other one. Quite big difference. Other. If you want, you can take those 1 or 2 rounds without the flexing before adding it, or you can just directly go with the dynamic element. Four, 5, then change. Good. See how it feels in the neck, throat that we opened, and in the shoulders compared to the rest of the body. Then circulating of wrists 1 at a time, resisting. Four or 5 rounds, then change. If you're doing it correctly, by now you probably have sweat in the forehead. You're sweating. Okay, relax. Oh, feels so good. Other wrist. Direction. As complete, as large movement as possible. Oh, that's a very important point, that you're not making just small circle, but really making a movement as large as possible. Then you will get to the good stuff. Okay. Then fists. Fist of the other hand. So squeezing a fist, opening fingers, squeezing hard, opening, flexing. Continue. Couple more. Good. Then the other one. Few more. And then relax. Now compare your arms, shoulders, neck, throat. We forgot to do face, but we will do it next. But compare these opened areas to the rest of the body. It's like day and night. Good. Then make a funny face where you squeeze with your face muscles and then open face muscles. Squeeze, open. Jaws also, mouth open. Squeeze, open. Keep going. Few more. And then relax. Very good. Now we are continuing to the full length of the spine. So if you take a look, with inhalation, with exhalation. Again, inhaling, flexing, exhaling, flexing. Begin. If it is hard for you to do it like that, inhalation, exhalation, then you can just breathe, let breathing flow naturally. That's fine as well. What I do is that when I inhale, I hold the breath a little bit when stretching, opening the chest, and then exhaling when going down, rounding the back, bending the knees. Few more. Good. Then stand upright again. Knees slightly bent. And see how you feel. Good. Then let's stretch the sides. So if you look at me, inhaling and exhaling. Then the other side, inhaling, flexing and exhaling. Begin. Few more to both sides. Okay. Then opening the joints in the legs. Let's see if I can do this without support myself. But for the next one, you can grab a hold of a chair or a wall, some support. So we are moving leg like this and then flexing the muscles at the same time. 4 or 5 rounds, one direction, then change. As if there was a weight, heavy weight, tied to the leg, so that you actually had to use the muscles. Okay, 4 or 5 rounds both directions. Toisi ehkä avata ikkuna taas. Sieltä tulee meteliä. And then see how different the hips are, left and right. And then repeat on the other side. Four or 5 rounds, both directions. Catch your breath for a moment, feel for a moment. Good. Then continuing with the knees. So bring your feet quite close together. Place your hands on top of knees. And this is the movement. Making circles with your knees. And then simply again start flexing muscles. 4, 5, then change direction. Good. Then just like we circulated wrists, circulate your ankle. I'm holding my foot up just for you to see through the camera, but otherwise I would be holding my leg down here. Then the other one. Don't go too fast. Again, big movement, thorough, careful movement. Don't hurry hastily through. Knowing awareness in the sensation. Good. And then the last one, just like we opened and closed fists and hands, same thing with the foot. Make a fist and then stretch. One thing that is really interesting when doing this with feet and hands is that even if you're making a fist, you're also activating the muscles that you use to open the hand. So when you're making a fist with your foot or hand, you're activating also the muscles that you use to open it. And same, when it's open, you activate the muscles that you use to close it. To get both sides of the muscles. Other foot as well. Fist, open. A number of times, half a dozen times. Okay, then stand, see how you feel, let breathing flow. You can close your eyes. Then let's do a little shaking. So shake your hands, arms, find a way to shake all the soft tissues starting with arms, hands. Then you can shake your legs. Good, and then do this. It's like shaking a rag doll. Relaxed neck, relaxed face, shoulders, the whole body while shaking it. Then let the shaking become smaller, 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 smaller. Eventually it comes to stop. All right. So that was a little warm-up sequence. Do you feel warmed up? I'm sweating all over. Of course, when you put some, intensity into simple movements, you're actually getting a workout with most muscles of the body. So it's a workout. It's not only something that grandmas do every Tuesday. This is a common misconception about Qigong and Tai Chi, both in China and internationally, that it's something that old people do. But there is so much more. So much more. Ladies and gents, let's take a meal break now. It's 5 minutes past 6, so hour and 25 minutes. Continuing 7:30 local time. Hour and 25. Thank you very much. See you in a bit.